Bonjour. Alors, il est très important, si vous voulez apprendre le français, de faire l'effort de parler français, d'écouter français et de lire en français. C'est aussi très important de vouloir apprendre la culture française. So for me, the most important thing is to want to speak the language if you're going to learn a foreign language. If you really enjoy speaking French, learning about French culture, learning the language, then you really, this GCSE is for you. You really enjoy it. So why study GCSE at TA? Firstly, gaining a decent GCSE will open so many doors for you. Pourquoi apprendre le français? About 75% of the world's population speak no English at all. So if you want any sort of job that is going to work in the international field, so it could be dealing with foreign clients coming to this country or you traveling abroad, learning a language, having a GCSE in French will set you up for gaining access to this global market. French is a very sought after language for employers. A foreign language, whichever language it is, whether it's spoken fluently or conversationally, can give access to a much wider range of jobs in the UK and overseas, and it can even earn you more money. It's a very important GCSE to have, and it gives you better access to the higher universities as well. So it's going to open so many doors by you gaining a GCSE in French. Les métiers, different jobs that need a language. Most areas of tourism, you will gain promotion a lot quicker if you have a GCSE in French. If you want to work in air travel as a pilot, a steward, or even ground staff, then you've got to be able to speak at least some level of a foreign language. Obviously, if you want to work as a translator for the police, for hospitals, again, this is a great way of a great career, okay? And also, if you work in either of those fields, you could gain promotion through this. The armed forces, you're far more likely to gain promotion if you have a reasonable level of a foreign language. And especially if you want to go into the intelligence and espionage, then you have to speak at least one foreign language. In the international service, e.g. banking, politics, business, if you want to access that global market, then especially in today's political climate, speaking a foreign language shows that you are open and open-minded and willing to learn and travel and adapt and communicate with other cultures. It sets you apart when applying for university careers and jobs. Not everybody will have a GCSE in French straight away. They will see you've got a GCSE in French and they will like what they see in front of them. Learning a language is a skill for life. Once you've started learning one language, you can go on to learn another. French is a vibrant and exciting language, and I'm sure that you will carry on enjoying learning it in more detail at Key Stage 4. It's also a language that's spoken in over 20 different countries around the world. It's also our neighbour's language. So that is why one of the reasons why we offer French years, because you're more likely to receive work from people in neighbouring countries. Here at TA, we use the AQA exam board, and the GCSE consists of 4 final exams, which are all of equal weighting. So they're split equally. You've got your reading, which is 25%, writing, 25%, listening and speaking. And it's very similar to what you do in years 7 and 8, just more of it and in a lot more depth. You will also, on top of that, and what is new at GCSE level, you have regular practice with a native speaker. There will be a language assistant in the classroom who you will speak with every day. You'll be doing more role plays where you're reenacting situations in France or in a French-speaking country. And you'll be describing a photo card. Okay, these are all new aspects to GCSE, but things you'll soon pick up as you prepare for your final exams. The classes tend to be smaller than at Key Stage 3. The pace is very focused and very fast, but because everybody wants to be there, everybody's opted in for this subject, then students, I find, in this school usually give each other a lot of support. The main topics that are covered at GCSE level are identity and culture, local, national, international and global areas of interest, current and future study and employment. Okay, and these are all really interesting topics, especially when you break them down in detail. Topics will be covered in other subjects like geography or history even, but here we're going to be looking at them from a French perspective and obviously in French. So for example, if you're talking about your local region, your local area, you can compare it with somewhere that you'd like to go and travel in France or further afield, or maybe you've already been to. It's also, a lot of the topics are about you. So it's talking about yourself a lot, talking about your own interests, what jobs you want to do, what career you want to do, and all this is just genuinely interesting and about yourselves. It will be me running the GCSE French classes, so that you will continue to have fun learning the language, I hope, in the way you have in years 7 and 8. But there'll be much more interactivity. Okay. As I say, you'll also be working with a native French speaker in every lesson. And also we have a correspondence school in France who we've been communicating with for the last 5 years, and hopefully we'll carry on building up this correspondence. So you'll have a French pen pal who, in theory, you will keep for life. Personally, I've never regretted learning a foreign language, French, English, Spanish, whichever aspect you look at the language. And when I wasn't using it in my career, I've used it for traveling around Europe, around the world, and breaking down the barriers is so important. If you just have a minimum of the language, you can access so much more of a culture or a country. You discover new worlds and be more aware of the world around you. I really hope to be teaching you in Key Stage 4. If you're still undecided, I want to ask me more questions, please email me. Here's my email address, jclarkrideout@tqacademy.co.uk, and I will be more than happy to give you a phone call or respond to your emails. Okay, so finally, different language is a different vision of life. You can open a whole new world just by studying GCSE French. Merci et au revoir.